If you're visiting London, your visit is not complete if you have not visited some of the top museums in London. And today, I'll take you inside 4 world-class museums you can't miss and share both the famous highlights and hidden gems that make them special. And the best part is, they're all free. So let's go. So we're starting off our tour here at the British Museum. And in fact, it's opened up in 1759 and houses approximately 8 million artifacts here. But did you know that only 1% is on show each time? So let's go and check out what makes this museum famous. So this is the Great Court area, and look how massive this is. I mean, just the design of this in itself, wow. One of the famous artifacts here is actually the Rosetta Stone, and this is what was discovered to be able to translate Egyptian hieroglyphics used by the pharaohs. I mean, if I can go and see that, wow, that's going to be one heck of a glimpse. So just had a quick peek at the map, and it says that the Rosetta Stone is on the ancient Egyptian section, obviously, which is on the ground floor in room 4. So that's where I'm heading. And this room is room 4, and you can see the crowd already. Yikes! That's quite a crowd. And I'm sure that that's the stone itself. Let's get a closer glimpse. What's fascinating is that this museum houses some of the world's most amazing artifacts, and especially from Egypt. I mean, that's the one that captures a lot of interest from a lot of people because there's a lot of history to be told from Egypt. And if you want to learn more about Egypt, I did visit Egypt not so long ago, and the link is above, so you can watch my Egyptian vlog where I had a full adventure in Luxor, in Giza, seen the museums, so you might want to check that out. Look at the crowds seeing the crouching Venus. Look at the view, wow! All of these are the Parthenon marbles from 5th century BC. I mean, the entire room is just filled with these. Just like ancient Egypt, the Greek holds so much history and story to tell, and just the day alone here at the British Museum, you get to learn a lot. I mean, each individual stone captures and tells a very unique story, and one that my knowledge probably doesn't stretch far enough, but one just to even for your eyes to see, wow, that's something. Now off to see the mummies. Let's go and see. Walking up the stairs, and as you go up, the scenic landscape looks absolutely amazing. Just the design of the British Museum, very well thought through. I'm walking up, I can see the food court. So what's on the menu? Sandwiches and hot drinks. Going up to the 3rd floor, rooms 62 and 63, which is where the mummies are. Can tire you out a bit. Whew. Carry this with you all the time. Sing it straight ahead through those doors. Egyptian death and afterlife mummies. Would you look at these? Though this is nice to see, it doesn't quite land like the experience I had in Egypt, in Luxor, when I actually got to see the mummy of Tutankhamun himself. As I say, if you want to watch that, the link is above right now. A visit to a museum is not complete without knowing the history of China. Wow, this is a really nice artifact. So this is an incense burner. The walk through the China part leads us straight on to India, so South Asia. And there's a lot of things to see around South Asia too. I mean, it's a lot of Hindu sculptures that you will see around here. Very beautifully designed. This is the divine couple Shiva and Parvati. I've been to many museums in the past, but I've never been to an African section of a museum. So this is quite exciting for me too. Wow, what are these? So that's the British Museum done within an hour. But as I say, you could spend an entire day in there because there is tons to see. I got a glimpse of India, China, Egypt, Greece. So now heading to the Science Museum in South Kensington. So onto the tube and off I go. So I've just got off South Kensington station. It was about a 20-minute journey from the British Museum. on the Piccadilly line, and having got out of the station, we are now going through a subway. So a subway tunnel connects all three museums. So you don't have to pop out, really straightforward, simple, easy. So you can see the subway tunnel that we're currently on. So we're heading to the Science Museum first, and then the Natural History Museum, and then the Victoria and Albert Museum. All within close proximity of each other. So it should be an absolute cracker. Really nice music here. Vibing, yeah. I mean, people busking across underground stations, but this music I really like. We just popped out of the subway, and here we have the Science Museum. So just entered the Science Museum, but just before doing so, I needed to scan a QR code so that I could register and get my virtual ticket to enter. So you can do all on the spot once you arrive. Just took me about a minute or two just to get that done. And then very short queue, not as long as the British Museum, and into the museum I popped in. So let's have a look at exactly what the Science Museum holds. And in fact, quite interesting things I've heard. So the Science Museum opened in 1857, and it's known for its hands-on interactive displays. Wow, this section looks really cool. Old school steam trains. This is a missile rocket used during World War II. What am I witnessing? This stuff is freaking insane. Like, coming into the Science Museum, I did not expect to see mind-boggling stuff like this. I mean, a missile? Oh, there's a lovely dining place there. Look at that. Really beautiful. What is this, a propeller? Look at these. These are engines from old aircrafts. Purpose-built aero engines. Blimey, is that a bike? What is that? Look at the wheels. Yeah. It looks like I stole it from a bike. Okay, this is big. Look at that. Look at the size of that. And this is what we're more used to, right? These jet engines. Engine here is actually an engine from the old Concorde. The Science Museum is a world of its own. I mean, just this section alone, seeing all the different aircrafts taking back years and years, for me it has to be the highlight. But that's it for the Science Museum. I'm gonna pop over onto the other side of the road to head to the Natural History Museum just to get a flavor of what the Natural History Museum has to offer, because it's a whole different experience to the Science Museum. The sunshine today is absolutely beautiful. So to be out on a day like this in London, it's absolutely priceless. And what? It's not costing me a penny to do what I'm doing right now. Just roaming around, enjoying. So just took a right turn, and we are here at the Natural History Museum. I love it when people do that. Look at that, it is absolutely beautiful. The whale is absolutely beautiful, and this being the first thing you see when you enter the Natural History Museum. It's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, just the landscape of this place, look at it. I mean, yes, the number of people is insane, but just as you sort of walk in, the building, the design of it, I mean, these museums really do know how to make themselves look really pretty. So what can you expect here at the Natural History Museum? Well, a lot of historical stuff when it comes to nature, right? So we're looking at dinosaurs, what they look like, the remains of dinosaurs. You're looking at human history, how the human evolution was, minerals that have formed over thousands of years from volcanoes and earthquakes. It's just absolutely so much to see, and to spend a day here, I can say, is not enough. Wow, let's go straight up that. Nature has its ways. This is fascinating stuff in terms of how these granites are formed, ancient rocks that take years to form through volcanoes. Wow, all sorts of crystals and stones. Almost here. And this is the dinosaur section. Look at the size of the queue in the dinosaur section. All right, buddy. I mean, that's so cool, isn't it? us a wave, mate. That was pretty cool, right? But it's not just about seeing a virtual moving T-Rex. It's about seeing actual bones and skulls of dinosaurs, which is what we're here to see. Look at that.
See the T-Rex there?
This is the skull of the adult Centrosaurus. Oh, these are cute. You would want them as pets, right? This right here is a Triceratops. With dinosaurs done, we're going to take a quick trip to actually go see a bit of human evolution. I mean, that's us, right? So let's see what we look like back in those days. I head towards the red zone where we can see human evolution. En route to human evolution, you enter the bird section. And this is a historical moment because you actually get to see quite a lot of ancient birds that no longer exist. This is what a dodo looked like. Blimey, this is what the skulls used to look like of different species of humans. Don't tell me that's my great-great-great-grandfather. Telling me we used to look like that? This is a Neanderthal. You've seen the skull? Neanderthals are about 40,000 years ago, according to the remains that have been found. This is the early modern human. So here you see the evolution from chimpanzee to humans. So that's it for the Natural History Museum, but before we head off to the Victoria and Albert Museum, I just want to show you the main entrance. So when you do have a ticket, which you book online, free, you'll be able to come through this particular entrance, and it is absolutely spectacular. Look at that, it is absolutely beautiful. So usually you will enter through this section here. Because it's a Sunday, it's during the summer holidays, it's a really sunny day, peak hours. The entrance that I came through was on the right-hand side, on the left, without a ticket, and with tickets you'll enter through this section here. I really love this section of the Natural History Museum, which is just outside. Kind of looks a bit like Jurassic World. On a nice sunny day like this, it is an absolutely beautiful spot just to take pictures. Say goodbye to the Natural History Museum. Right opposite it is the Victoria and Albert Museum. So should be there in about a minute or so. Wow, it's a beautiful setting once again. So just enter through the Blavatnik Hall, and if you walk straight down, you'll be able to look on the right and you will see Buddhism, both on the right and left. So take your pick which way you enter. So let's take a right turn and see what's in the Buddhism section. The crowned Buddha. Fascinating sculptures. I mean, each of the museums are giving different experiences. I'm gonna pop into the South Asian section. Oh, musical wonders. We've got tamburas, toblas. Oh, these are really cool. The old school swords that were used. And look at this gun. Jesus, why are they so long? Old school dresses. I mean, fashion has evolved over the years, but these tell a great story. Look at that. Hopping into the Islamic Middle East section. This is a fascinating piece of artifact because this was used for ablution. So just before prayer, and it dates back to 1277. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. So this is the Quran leaves. So it says Egypt, probably Cairo, from 1400 to 1500. So this is the main entrance to the V&A Museum, which I've just quickly popped out just to show you. Again, it's another beautiful building. And then when you take a walk inside, here's what you'll see. So this is what the entrance looks like. And already you're greeted by this amazing piece of sculpture. Look at that in the center of the hall. We're going to take a turn to the right and then we head to the medieval and Renaissance, 1350 to 1600s. Wow. You can already see fighting. Yep. That's the 1300s for you. Don't these designs absolutely make your head spin? Like, wow, just how beautiful these are. Look at that. Okay, this absolutely just whoosh, messed with my mind right now. Look at the size of that. And it isn't just one, it's two. And the design that goes onto, that are sculpted onto these by hand, like, it makes you think twice, right? It makes you think more than twice about what the hell you're doing with your life. I mean, the creativity in people, I mean, this room alone, look at that. It's absolutely mind-boggling what you see in a museum. In fact, this one's, the Victoria and Albert Museum, is quite something. So we've seen so much of the rest of the world when it comes to museum and history. Finally, let's pop into Britain. Baby's bearing cloak. Oh, this is pretty cool. An old school bed. The Britain section is quite small. This is nice. Look at that. The sword, the dress code. Swords and fashionable accessories. Before I wrap up the V&A Museum experience, I want to show you a part of the V&A Museum which is quite a standout. And in fact, this is a cafe area, which you'll be surprised. And it's quite a spot. In fact, let me turn my camera around and you'll be able to see this area here. In fact, quite a number of people come here, obviously to drink coffee and etc. But because it's so Instagrammable, let me show you why. Look at the beauty of this cafe area. This lounge is so beautiful. The design is absolutely immense. And that's not all. You've had your moment of rest, eating, and then you pop out, and what you see outside is absolutely beautiful. On a sunny day like this, I've been here at the V&A Museum just to chill here, have a bit of a picnic, a splash in the water. This for me is the highlight of the V&A Museum, as much as it gives you the full day's experience like the rest of the other museums. But when the day comes to an end, just to rest, relax here, oh, that's beautiful. So this brings to an end an experience like no other. To have visited 4 different museums, 4 different experiences, some of the top museums in London, all for free. I mean, what a day. Just to spend a day just roaming around 4 different museums, from the British Museum, the largest museum in the UK, the Science Museum where it makes your head spin, to have gone to the Natural History Museum to see dinosaurs, human evolution, and now here at the V&A Museum, where you not only go from region to region, country to country, history to history, but you also get to enjoy, chillax, and bring a close to the day. Well, it's been an absolutely wonderful experience. Thanks for tuning into Sabirul on the Move, and make sure you do watch the other videos. As I mentioned, having gone to different parts of the world, especially Egypt, I was able to see Tutankhamun, his mummified body. You might want to check out that vlog. Take care. See you on my next video.